Hey, it's your Dragon Levistro, coming to you for all news, tips, and tricks within the gaming spectrum, and I got some Halo news for you, and we're going to talk about it. So, WCCF Tech reports that Halo Combat Evolved Remake is rumored to use UE5 and Blam engine, as well as to add gameplay tweaks. The rumor that Halo Combat Evolved Remake supposedly launching next year is reportedly going to use a hybrid engine setup with Unreal Engine 5 and a modified version of Halo Reach's Blam engine, as well as modern gameplay features and tweaked level design. In a new video shared on YouTube by Rebs Gaming, who proved their reliability in the past by reporting correct information before official announcements, such as the launch date for our Halo Infinite multiplayer component, reported some new details on a rumored remake, relied by an unnamed source who received it from a developer who works for co-development studio, which has previously worked with 343 Industries on Halo the Master Chief Collection and is now handling a lot of the remake's core development. Now keep in mind, this is a he said, she said, but the reason why I'm covering this rumor is because WCC Tech points out that Rebs Gaming, their source is reliable, so this is on them, I'm going to say. But we're going to go ahead and cover it because the title on Unreal Engine 5 is something that I'm starting to have qualms with. So, according to the new information, the current Halo Combat Evolved Remake build features sprinting, which is not available in the original. Although in the addition of a modern FPS gameplay mechanic can be divisive, its inclusion would be hardly surprising considering series co-creator Mark Leto talked about more contemporary core mechanics that improve gameplay among features of a potential remake that could enhance the original experience. Regarding gameplay, the remake is said to feature tweaked level design for maps like the library. The rumored Halo Combat Evolved Remake will also be reported to be powered by two engines like this year's Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered, using Unreal Engine 5 for rendering, and a modified version of Halo Reach's Blam engine for gameplay logic and world systems. This set would ensure modern visuals and faithful gameplay, although using UE5 for graphics could lead to performance issues, as we have seen from time and again in way too many games released in the past few months, especially if optimization work is not done properly, as suggested by Epic CEO last month. And just to point it out there, I'm going to put the thumbnail here on the screen right now, but I have a video covering Unreal Engine regarding Randy Pitchfork, and I had a couple of other programmers, because I have a moderate history of programming, and some of these people have a bit more pronounced programming history. As to why this is the issue, Unreal Engine 5 has always had problems with performance, and part of it is that in their core they've changed the coding language that has been the standard for over 40 years. And it's not to improve it, it actually hinders it. So, yeah, and like when I played Elder Scrolls Remastered, Oblivion Remastered, the hybrid, right? I had 5 FPS in the open world that it frustrated me so much that I decided not to play it anymore. Like, I would love Oblivion Remastered, I love Oblivion, and I really wanted to play it, but I have an RTX 2060. And when I was in the dungeons, I'd get about 30 to 60 FPS. But when I was outside fighting, I had a hard time. I would have really bad lag. So I gave up playing it because it wasn't fun anymore when I have lag issues. And yes, you could argue, well, you need to optimize it. But a lot of UE5 games are having this issue, and the recent addition for UE5 has gotten worse. Moving on. Although Rebs Gaming has proved to be reliable in the past, we have to take the information and even development of Halo Combat Evolved Remake with a grain of salt. Thankfully, it shouldn't take much longer to learn if the game is really in development, as Halo Studios will reveal the future of this series at Halo WC 2025 next month. But yeah, like I said, Unreal Engine 5 is not a great engine. I'm sorry to say. I actually stopped doing my freelancing gaming design because a lot of companies are coming out wanting Unreal Engine 5. And to me, the last great engine for Unreal Engine is UE 4.26. because even 4.27 had some issues that I was having qualms about. And I just don't know why they're coming out with going to Unreal Engine. You could point out it was the Unity fiasco, but and I mentioned it in another video. Jump Space, which came out recently in the past couple of weeks, was made in Unity, and it runs smooth as butter. It's optimized. The performance value is great. Love the game. Great game, great performance. And as far as I know, there's no coding rewrite. They haven't changed the coding language on Unity. So why are people going to Unity? Now you can say, oh, it's because people don't know how to code. Well, that's fair, except that, well, I'm one of the people that was went to college during a lot of these coding and programmers did as well. All right, and they still taught code. And the ones that didn't, it was easy to look up and learn, certain things on YouTube, because there's coding channels on YouTube. There's coding forums, stuff like that you can learn from. So there's that, but why is everyone going to UE5, especially with a history of UE5 not being optimized on their own engines, and the CEO is just trying to pass the blame to the developers? If you have if you find out the product you want to use is having performance issues and it's hindering your sales, why would you go for that? Why would you even try a hybrid engine of that sort? Why not go with your original engine, or why not go with Unity or something else? And I'm surprised I'm even saying a couple years later, why aren't you using Unity? There are different engines out there. There's CryEngine, there's off the top of my head, there's several different engines, and a lot of these AAA companies had the funds to make their own engine, and most of them already do. So why are they trying to go to UE5 when UE5 is shit? Well, what do you think, viewer? Put your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, happy gaming.
Worlds clash in endless collision. Gaming news with a fierce precision. With a spark so wild it breaks the norm. In the tempest, I